What's up guys, Alpha here, back with another Minecraft designs video. And last episode I said I was going to continue kind of the detailing and depth stuff like I did over there, but we're going to be doing the floors and ceilings kind of thing. I went ahead and prepared this kind of floor design here, which I think looks pretty cool. The towers are just here for looks. I thought it looked really cool of just adding some towers around this thing, kind of like a shrine of some sort. But basically we're just focusing on the floor here. Basically how the floors work is they're a bit kind of similar to the walls. They're just kind of like you basically don't, because instead of when doing floors you don't use as many half slabs, or if you do, you got to make sure it's in areas where you wouldn't be walking. I guess like right here it's not a half slab, but it kind of is, because you go down by one. And let's say you were building this to like be walking by, you don't want to keep on going down, up, kind of like just doing this the whole time while walking. You kind of want to be using like full blocks and steps most of the time, because that way you're able to have all these little dents in the ground, kind of like cracks or little small details, and you're still able to walk through just like this, just perfectly fine without having to do this like that, just fall down by one. That's why you don't use half slabs mostly when doing the ground. When doing the ceiling it's perfectly fine, and I have a couple examples over there, but when you're doing the ground it's just mostly steps, or I have all the materials over here. It's all these materials you could use as well as these steps, and that's it. But all the materials, they're like all your choice. It's like whatever. These are just the ones I picked. But I would say don't go with the half slabs, because you get that kind of down thing going on here. But as it is for the pattern, you basically start in the middle, and like this would be like if you were doing kind of like a circular type of thing. You would start off in the middle, and then you'd work your way to one side, and then just pretty much do what you did on one side on each other side like that. As you guys can see, it's the center, then a step, and then another step. Then yeah, you guys kind of just notice how this pattern right here is identical to this one, then identical to this one, and identical to this one. And so it's all the same thing, so when you look up it's kind of all the same pattern around, which looks pretty cool. So it's always better to just start off in the center and then just use the full blocks and stairs mostly, because you'll have that kind of down thingy that you get right there in the corners. But other than that, the floor is almost as similar as doing that over there. It's really simple. It's just the matter of using stairs and the full blocks and just creating a really nice, cool, rusty looking pattern. But that's pretty much it for that. I went ahead and made some paths as well. Now for paths, these are just the things I like to use mostly. I use the cobblestone. This one I'll tell you guys right now, but I use a stair, and then I use the full stone block, as well as the gravel, and then the mossy cobblestone. So basically all you do is just like cut out a pattern in the grass, really simple, and then you use, now what's going to be used most is the gravel. Gravel is the one that's going to be used most. So I usually start off with the cobblestone. I place 1 2 3 here and there, 1 2 3 here and there, because that's, I guess, what's second most used. And then I go with the mossy cobblestone. That one's going to be used less, like it's just one here, one there, one there, one here, one there. It's really simple. And then I use the stone, and that one's basically the same amount as you use a mossy cobblestone. It's just one here, one there, one there. And as you guys can see, the cobblestone, there's like 2 next to each other, maybe 3, but the other ones are kind of just like spread out a lot more. That's how I do it. You could do it any way you want, but then I mostly use the cobblestone the most, because then eventually when I pass by with the stairs, I go ahead and, like, let's say like we had three like that. We're like, and it's time to go by with the stairs and stuff like that. So I'd see, we have too much of that there, so we're gonna put one of those, and maybe one of these, and one of those. And those are kind of just representing the cracks in the ground, kind of like cracks on the stone or something like that as you're walking by, because it has a lot of age to it, it just adds like a cool little small detail within the path and ground and stuff like that. For over here, it's pretty much the same thing. This would be kind of like if you were doing a dock or something like that. This would be for the like cracks in the wood for the dock. So that's what basically this is right here. So it's similar to that. It's just that this is just all wood, and then you just got a couple stairs going on there just for the cracks. So you're able to do that cool little aged look. But alright, so here we have the ceiling. Now when you're doing ceilings, it's mostly because you're probably doing it inside of a room that's underground, because if you're doing it in a house, like let's say one of those over there, you wouldn't be doing something like this. You'd be doing this more for like a tunnel in the nether or a mine shaft or something like that kind of thing, or just basically anything that's underground, because this wouldn't really fit the design for a house. But what basically I try to go here by using especially the woods here is kind of just like if it was collapsing a bit. That's why you kind of got the woods going out by 2 here and then going out by 2 here, kind of just like it's holding together and it's holding a lot of pressure, and that's why it's kind of looking like it's going down a bit right here. That's just so it adds kind of like the whole ceiling is coming down, and these are like the only supports, and it's like a really heavy ceiling and stuff. Now for the ceiling, like I said in over there when we're doing the floor, it's a bit more, you're able to use half slabs, because you're not gonna be walking up there. You're not gonna be going like down one and then up one and down one and up one. So it's okay to use the slabs, I think, in the ceilings, and it just looks a lot better as well. You got basically all it is almost exactly how you do the floor. You just find a middle. You find a middle, and you just work your way on there. Well, for these I covered it up with pillars, but let's say you're only doing like, let's get rid of these right here. Let's say this was like kind of like a mine shaft tunnel and stuff, and you were working your way to one direction, so like this. So that's your ceiling right there, and these are kind of like pillars on every side of the, like let's say right here you had pillars going on like that on each side. You'd kind of just follow this same design going on like this, like that, kind of like that, and that was your mine shaft like this. And the ceiling, basically if you were working your way from the middle, you'd just do this section here and then do a little bit of the gaps between the pillars, and then you just copy that on each other side, as you guys could see. But since I did like one there, one here, one here, and one here, all I did was work my little middle right here, and then do one corner here, and then just copied it over to this side and this side. That's why you guys could see this is just kind of like a straight line of cobblestone going on here. But that's if you were gonna be doing the middle, like if you were doing this type of design where you have kind of pillars going up like this on each side, kind of like if it was a cave or a mine shaft or something like that, you'd obviously have to do these centers. Like let's try to do something here, maybe one there, and maybe take it up by one like that. See, kind of just add a cool little design going on there, and then you just kind of either continue it or create something else, create like a different design. Like let's grab this here like that. So you kind of get your cool little design going on like that, and basically all it is just doing the middle and then do one side and then just copy that same side to the other sides, kind of like that. So you guys could see from here to there, the middle, easy, simple stuff. But that's pretty much it, guys. The flooring and the ceilings are obviously a lot more easier to do than walls and stuff like that. They're just really simple because they're just in the ground, and it just makes it a whole lot easier to do. But if you guys did enjoy, go ahead and leave a like, because that always helps. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.